Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a practice page where I draw a bunch of lines and I show you how to hold your brush and go along straight lines. After the practice page, I'm going to be doing a project where I take the playlist that a good friend of mine sent me and I paint in tiny little squares the colors of each album cover that is in the playlist. I'm not going to be painting what the album covers actually look like. If I painted what the album covers actually look like, that would be illegal because that's not my art, that's their art. So I am just doing a loose representation of each album cover and then making that into the bookmark. I'm going to be very careful to make sure that each of my squares does not look like the album cover, but just looks like the general colors of each one. So as you look at my bookmark when I'm finished, you should not be able to identify any of the albums, none of it. Let's get started. All right, step one is going to be putting lines on the paper just so we can practice before we get our actual bookmark started. So I have a basic HB pencil and I'm just going to put some lines down. And since we're putting all these lines down, we might as well use some different types of pens, pencils. So this pen that I'm using is a Micron. This is a regular colored pencil, a blue crayon. These are a special type of watercolor pencil and just a regular ink pen. When you're trying to paint a straight line, what you want to do is you want to take your brush and press it down on the paper pretty firmly, not enough to ruin the bristles, but firmly. And then you're just going to pull and try to watch this edge of your brush as it goes along whatever line you're wanting it to go down. And you're going to want to make sure that you are pulling in the direction that is comfortable for you and that you can see where your brush is going. If you can't see the line in front of or behind your brush, whichever way you're going, you may have to rotate your art so that you can see the line. Because if you can't see where you're going, you're probably not going to always end up where you thought you were going to be. So I have some green here and I'm going to go upwards. So I'm pushing down and pulling and I'm going along the tape line. That may be hard to see because this green is so light. Let's do pink. And you can see I've kind of gone over because this brush is kind of big and full of water now. All right. So I'm pushing down and I'm watching this edge of my brush as it goes along the line. All right, let's do another one. So now it's going this way. I'm gonna make sure that I can still see. I'm pushing down, pulling right along the line. If I were to do this side of the triangle, if I tried to do it this way, I wouldn't really be able to see where I was going because my hand would be in the way. I'm moving my hand around and doing the same technique, but if that's not comfortable for you, you're gonna have to move the whole piece of art in order to get it done. And you'll see that I'm moving my whole hand. If I don't move my whole hand and I just move my wrist, I'm having to do a lot more corrections of where the brush is. All right, let's finish the page. Here's our practice page, flaws and all. You can see I didn't always stay quite within the lines and I rested my hand on, it looks like maybe this part, and kind of ended up getting some splotches all over, but that's what a practice page is for. Let's move on to the bookmark.